situation happening across the northern part of Nigeria right now is something many people did not expect. And as you are listening, please like this video and subscribe so you don't miss updates, because this gist is very important. What is happening is that some armed groups have moved deep into areas where gold is found, and they have turned those places into business zones for themselves. They are not just entering the forests or villages, they are now controlling gold mining sites, and this is affecting many people's lives. So stay with me and remember to like this video and subscribe. For a long time, these mining areas used to be places where ordinary people went to dig for small pieces of gold to survive. But now, armed groups have discovered that gold brings fast money, and once fast money enters any area with weak security, the situation can change very quickly. That is what we are seeing. These groups go around the gold fields and take control of the space. Some of them set up checkpoints. Some collect what miners call daily levy. Some even tell miners when they can work and when they must leave. Please like this video now and subscribe, because what I'm telling you is happening in real time and people need to hear it. This control of mining sites gives these groups money. And when they get money, they use it for buying more equipment, more fuel, more supplies, and more influence. This is why the issue is becoming bigger. It is not just about mining. It is about how the money from the gold is helping these groups grow stronger. And when they grow stronger, it becomes harder for communities to live in peace. People are afraid. Farmers cannot go out freely. Some miners now work under pressure because they know that someone stronger than them is watching over everything they do. Remember to like this video and subscribe as we continue. Let's talk about what this means for families living around these mining zones. Some people lose their farmland because mining pits take over the land. Water sources sometimes become polluted because gold processing uses chemicals that flow into streams. When this happens, people who live there begin to suffer. They cannot farm like before. They cannot fetch clean water like before. And they cannot sleep peacefully because they don't know when the next trouble will come. These small things, when you put them together, show how deep the impact is. Another thing happening is the environmental danger. Many of these mining pits are not safe. They collapse easily. People get injured. People fall inside. Sometimes, miners are forced to dig in conditions that are not stable because they want to earn something before someone else comes to take over the spot. This is why you should like this video and subscribe. Because you need to follow this story step by step. It affects real people on the ground. Now, let's move to the security angle. When armed groups use gold to get money, it becomes very difficult for security agencies because they are not just fighting an armed group. They are fighting an armed group with constant financial supply. Whenever they lose supplies, they can buy again. Whenever they lose weapons, they can buy again. And whenever they need new people to join them, the promise of money from gold attracts more hands. This is a cycle that keeps going around unless strong measures are introduced to stop it. So once again, please like this video and subscribe as you listen. Governments at different times have tried different approaches. There have been bans on mining in some states before, and later the bans were lifted but with more rules. The idea is to regulate mining so that only licensed people can operate. But the challenge is that illegal miners still enter the forests, and armed groups see opportunity there. So while government is trying, the people on the ground are still asking for more protection, more structured mining, and more attention to their daily struggles. Communities are crying out for safety. They want mining to be something that helps them, not something that brings fear. They want clean water, they want roads, they want safe markets. They want to be able to farm their land without worrying about who is entering the area next. These communities are tired of uncertainty, and as you are hearing this, please remember to like this video and subscribe, because this is how we keep informing more people. Another part of the gist you need to understand is how the gold leaves the country. A lot of the gold is not sold locally. It is smuggled out through routes where officials cannot monitor properly. This means the country loses revenue. Money that should enter government accounts ends up in the pockets of people working outside the law. It also means that gold is exchanged quickly for items that help these groups operate, and this is why the issue continues. You can see the chain clearly. Mining, smuggling money supplies more control. Please like and subscribe if you are still with me. Let's talk about the miners themselves. Many of them are not criminals. They are ordinary people trying to survive. They dig under the hot sun for long hours, hoping to find something small. But because of the new situation, they sometimes work under people who control them with fear. Some miners pay levies, some give part of their gold, some relocate to new areas because of tension. And all this affects their income. It also affects their safety. Mining is already dangerous. Adding insecurity makes it even worse. Now, I want you to like this video and subscribe as we go deeper. Something else happening is that some groups create a form of order in the mining areas. It's not lawful order, but it is their own system. They decide when people work, they decide who enters, they decide the price for certain activities. Some miners say that this makes things even more difficult because they no longer have control over their own labor. Everything is monitored by the people holding power in the area. As you hear all this, you may ask, what is the way forward? Many experts believe that the answer is not just military force. Yes, security is needed, but after security, there must be a system that helps miners work legally and earn well. There must be a way to monitor the gold properly. There must be development in the communities so that people are not pushed into illegal jobs. And there must be a strong effort to block the routes used to smuggle gold out of the country. Please like this video and subscribe, because these solutions are long-term and you will need updates as they unfold. Communities are also asking for justice when wrong things happen. They want crimes investigated. They want people who take advantage of the situation to face consequences. They want a fair system where mining benefits the people and the nation, not just a few individuals working outside the law. When people feel protected and valued, they cooperate more with authorities. Another important point is that this issue is connected to other regions. Smugglers don't stop at one border. They move across neighboring countries. So, stopping the problem requires cooperation between Nigeria and other nations. It also requires financial monitoring, because gold is often exchanged through informal markets. Without monitoring, the cycle will continue. Now, as we enter the final part of this gist, please pause and like this video and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and it helps more people learn what is happening. The situation we are discussing is big, and it affects millions of lives. When mining is controlled by armed people, communities suffer. When gold money strengthens groups outside the law, the country faces deeper challenges. And when people cannot live peacefully, development becomes slow. So the story of gold mining and armed groups in northern Nigeria is not just a headline. It is a complex issue involving money, fear, survival, and the future of many communities. The hope is that as awareness grows and more people speak out, better solutions will come.